Welcome to Inside the Fight, UFC 249. Decided to do a video for the prelims on ESPN because the prelims themselves are quite amazing. And I said the card is stacked from top to bottom. It goes all the way to the prelims as well. And that's free on ESPN starting at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN, Big ESPN. So let's kick it off with the first fight, Uriah Hall taking on Jacare Souza. Uriah Hall taking a 2-fight win streak. He's been one of those guys that, so much potential yet hasn't been able to just figure it all out. He is 16-9, but like I said, hasn't been able to figure it out. He is fighting a 2-fight win streak, so he hopes to continue that on. Souza is taking a 2-fight losing streak in here, but he is 3-2 in his last 5 fights. Jacare, he's an older fighter. He done it all, but this is going to be a big test for Uriah Hall because Souza is still no joke, and he could take anyone out just like that. The next fight, Carla Esparza taking on Michelle, the karate hottie, Waterson. Carla's taking a 3-2 in the last 5 fights that she has had, riding a 2-win fight streak. Waterson came off a loss, but she's also 3-2 in her last 5. Her last loss came to Joanna Jacob, the former champ. She looked a little overmatched in that fight, but it was still a very competitive fight. This should be an interesting fight. Both these fighters are very similar in terms of just records, from 15-6 to 17-6. So this should be an interesting fight. The next fight, Alexsi Oleynik versus Fabricio Werdum. This is going to be an interesting fight. Werdum has not fought since March of 2018. Both these fighters are 3-2 in their last 5 fights. Of course, Alexsi having a humongous fight history, 58-13. He has not had the greatest UFC career, which has been up and down. But both these fighters are coming here to try to put something together. So it should be an interesting fight. But like I said, Werdum has not fought since March 2018. And then even then, he was injured, before then, and it took some time before his previous fight before that one. So it should be quite interesting to see which Werdum shows up. But that's the co-main event for the prelims. The main event features Anthony Showtime Pettis taking on the Cowboy, Cerrone. Anthony Pettis, who dropped back down to lightweight in his last fight, lost that fight. He is 2-3 in his last 5 fights. Just not having the stuff to put it together in his last few fights. Does not seem like the old Anthony Pettis that was title Showtime. There are a lot of reasons that could be put into that, but he is here to try to put things together and try to get a victory back in the lightweight division. Cerrone is a different story. He's also 2-3 in his last 5 fights, though those last 3 losses were against Tony Ferguson, Justin Gaethje, and Conor McGregor. The 3 top people in the division. So Cerrone did say that the Cowboy didn't show up to his last fight against Conor McGregor, and he will show up this time. One could hope, Cerrone's been one of those guys that you gotta appreciate, the energy he brings. He is a true icon of the sport, and and you always want him to be better than what put himself into a better position, but hasn't just been able to put it together. Both these fighters are coming off losses, so at the end of this night, one of them will move on. I'm cheering for Cerrone in this one. Anthony Pettis, like I said, just he's been a head case recently, so hopefully, he could find himself and give us a good fight, because again, he was nicknamed the Showtime, and I want to see a show. Well, guys, if you didn't catch the preview for UFC mid-card, I'll put a thing somewhere here. Make sure you subscribe. I'll have a post-fight recap of UFC 249, and if the fights on the prelims are good, I'll cover them too. Well, guys, let me know what you guys think of the pre-card, the prelims on UFC 249. Let me know down below, your predictions, what you're looking forward to. if you missed the fights in general, let me know. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, share this video, and like I said, I'll do more videos. UFC is back. They got 3 events scheduled, so let's have some fights. Remember to stay home and enjoy the fights on TV, because that's the best way to actually the only way you can watch it. You can't even go in. Well, guys, I'll see you for fight night, and until then, stay safe, stay healthy.